Last night in a matchup of aces, the Giants struck early against Clayton Kershaw with home runs from Hunter Pence and Buster Posey. Then Johnny Cueto and company made the lead stand up for a win in Game 1 of the series. Tonight, Matt Moore returns to Dodger Stadium, where last August he pitched a masterpiece and came within 1 out of a no-hitter against the rival Dodgers. It's Game 2 of the series from Dodger Stadium, and it's coming up next. We are back in Southern California as we get ready for Giants baseball. It's a warm night. Giants, Dodgers. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, a very nice and needed win for the Giants last night, beating Clayton Kershaw. Well, tonight they're going to send out a guy who's pitching extremely well against the Dodgers, and that's Matt Moore.
Well, extremely well indeed. You look back the last 2 starts he's had against Los Angeles, and he's throwing 15 innings. He's allowed 5 hits. They hope that trend continues. The Giants last night woke up offensively. They had a two home run night against Clayton Kershaw for only the 2nd time that they have ever faced him, and they hope that that continues into tonight. A lot of good things are happening. They got the monkey off their back. They're out of April, and they are a much more relaxed team. Let's hope it translates on the scoreboard.
It'll be Posey at first, Belt in left. Again, a couple of lefties. It's Wood and it's Moore. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update right after this.
Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich only at Jack in the Box. And by the 2017 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimated 30 highway miles per gallon.
Beautiful Southern California as we get ready for game 2 of this series. The Dodgers have taken the field. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 74 degrees, feels like 84. The winds are 9 miles per hour, and it is a clear night. Giants lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Here it is. It'll be Hernandez, Belt, and then Hunter Pence. A big home run in the first inning last night. Posey, Arroyo, and Nunez. Then it's Joe Panik, followed by Nick Hundley, who gets a start tonight. He's hitting 8th, and Matt Moore will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Dodgers will be the left-hander Alex Wood. Wood, 6'4", 220-pounder. He's a 4-year veteran at the big league level. He's 26 years of age. This is what he has done in 3 starts, 1-0 with a 2.29 ERA, and averaging a strikeout an inning and 1 base runner an inning. Very good numbers. How does he do it? You'll see a low to mid-90s fastball with a curveball and changeup. And he's got some funkiness to his delivery, a big separation, and he gives you a lot of kneecaps and elbows flying at you. And this is how he uses his pitches. You're going to see a lot of fastball changeup combination, and more curves to lefties, more changeups to righties. And for Wood, when you look at the numbers lifetime against the Giants, he's 0-2 with a 4.980 ERA. Although the last time he pitched against them, he did pretty well. Let's take a look at the Dodgers defensively behind Alex Wood tonight. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it's going to be Gutierrez, who just got activated today, joined by Hernandez and Puig. Good arms in center and in right. Seager, Turner on the left side. It'll be Taylor and Bellinger. A couple of rooks on the right side. And Austin Barnes, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Gorkys Hernandez, and the first pitch of the ball game is a called strike. So we'll get started a minute late. Hernandez hitting at 161. You see Wood likes to work fast, and just like that, he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Hernandez has never had a hit off of Alex Wood. He's 0 for 6 in the game last night. Hernandez went 1 for 4. He had a bunt single, and it played a big part in the Giants' win. And the first pitch that has a wrinkle in it is down low. Joe West, the home plate umpire. It's Wendelstedt, Blackney, and Porter from first to third.
Joe West, the dean of all the umpires in terms of service time. Low ball umpire. Loves to ring guys up.
And Hernandez is going to go around, and that's how this game gets started.
Right now it's time for our Nissan keys to the game. And how about number 1, Moore Magic? That's right, Matt Moore, last 2 starts, 1-0 with a 1.20 ERA. The Dodgers hitting 104 against them. That would be 5 for 15. 5 hits in 15 innings pitched, rather. And Rook, stay hot. Christian Arroyo has really had great at-bats since coming down to L.A., and they hope it continues. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So here's Belt. Belt went 0 for 1 last night. Did not start. Got into the game later on. He's hitting 247 with 4 home runs and 11 driven in. And Belt taps this one foul.
Joe West is an umpire that, sometimes you'll see bigger corners than other times. That can be a bit inconsistent. If you don't get a pitch, somewhere down the road he's going to even it up. So, I don't think a lot of guys have any problem working with him, and he will definitely control a game.
Belt breaks his bat and rolls this one to Turner, who's shifted to the right side of the diamond. So they'll go 5-3.
Right fielder number 8, Hunter Pence.
So here's Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence had the home run last night. It was his only hit in the game. And it came in the first inning, and there's a pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Just underway here at Dodger Stadium, the ballpark of my partner's youth. Outside for a ball, 1 ball, or make it 2 balls and no strikes.
And have sat in every section. It's a big yard.
Yeah, well, how did you get that the luxury suite section?
Well, except that section. That's usually where I sat, up top there or out in the bleachers. If we had box seats, it was a treat.
3-0 taken. It's 3-1.
I didn't like the upper deck as much because you couldn't get a foul ball up there. Bleachers, that's where all the balls went.
Pence fouls it back. It's 3-2.
Time now for our pivotal play of the game. It's brought to you by your Bay Area Mercedes-Benz dealers. Last night, Hunter Pence, a 2-run homer in the top of the first, hanging curveball off Clayton Kershaw. Entering the at-bat, Pence was 7 for 70 with no extra base hit. It was his first career home run off Kershaw.
Pence shoots it up the middle for a base hit.
Stay hot, Hunter Pence.
Already we can hear we have some Giants fans here tonight.
First baseman number 28, Buster Posey.
That was our Xfinity fast pitch at 96. And it's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest Wi-Fi at home or on the go. Hunter Pence in his socks. They worked last night. They're back again tonight.
You know, a lot of it's just finding the right socks.
He was just leaning over to Bellinger at first saying, hey, you want a pair of these? Here's Buster Posey, 1 for 4, a home run last night. And he takes down low. He's got 4 for 9 history against Alex Wood. 2 of the 4 hits doubles. Pence with his lead. And it's down low.
All right, time now for our Jeep Drive, and it was the home run Buster Posey hit last night off of Clayton Kershaw. 3rd he's had off of Clayton Kershaw. It was a tie ball game until that swing of the bat, and the Giants would never give back the lead. That is our Jeep Drive of the game.
Count leverage and a big swing and a miss. 2-1.
That's about as big a swing as he's got right there. And he was not trying to hit a single. There you see the 3 career home runs off Kershaw and where the locations were. Up.
I guess we agreed with Joe West. It's 2-2.
Hey, you'll see a lot of rubbernecking on some of the low calls that Joe has, but he's always had a low zone. Joe West kind of set the rules tonight. Pretty low.
Kind of a gift.
Well, that changes the count. That's big time. Instead of 3-1, you got the 2-2. It does change your swing.
And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Matt Moore coming out. It's 0-0. And here's the lineup for the Dodgers, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Kike Hernandez. So you got a couple of Hernandez leading off tonight, followed by Corey Seager, who's hot. Then it's Turner, Gutierrez, and Chris Taylor. Yasiel Puig will hit in the 6th slot. Barnes, Bellinger, and then Alex Wood.
Leading off the Dodger half the first inning.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the left-hander Matt Moore, 6'3", 210-pounder. Moore, 27 years old, in his 6th year at the big league level. This is what he has done in 5 starts, 1-3 with a 4.80 ERA. Against the Dodgers, however, the last 2 outings, he's been brilliant. 15 innings, just 5 hits allowed. LA hit 104 against him. How's he do it? You're going to see a fastball that'll go low to mid-90s, more mids than lows, and yet a lot of cutters. And especially pitches are a curveball and a changeup. He could be very good with all 4 of them. He can strike you out with all 4 of them.
Hernandez hitting .234. And the first pitch is wide to Nick Hundley. He's got a couple of home runs. He's got 7 driven in. And he skies this one into center field. A little something behind it. Moving back is Hernandez. And Hernandez retires Hernandez, 1 out.
All right, let's take a look at the defense for the Giants playing behind Matt Moore. Joining Hernandez in the outfield will be Belt and Pence. Good arms across the board. Nunez and Arroyo on the left side of the infield. Panic and Posey on the right side. Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Corey Seager. Seager at .309, 5 home runs. And he lifts a little pop-up to left field for Belt. Belt coming in. And Belt makes the catch. Seager loves that first pitch.
Third baseman, number 10, Justin Turner.
So here's Turner.
What a month of April this guy had. I mean, he came into May hitting over 400 and on-base percentage of 480. It was just ridiculous. He was the hottest guy in the National League West. Giants calmed him down last night, but boy, he has seen it big, and he is right on top of the plate.
He did hit a couple of balls. One put a scare in everybody. We thought he had an opposite field home run early in the game. He's 2 for 12 in his career against Matt Moore. And here he pops it up, and that'll be a souvenir.
I think too about Turner is he's not swinging and miss a lot. When he pulls the trigger, he's making contact. Not an easy sky for pop-ups and fly balls right now, and that'll be that way for a couple of innings.
Yeah, he'll get worse. Got him, and that'll end the inning. So nice quick inning, 7 pitches for Matt Moore.
run on your next remodel with slabs, tiles, and more from the Bay Area's premier showroom, Da Vinci Marble.
It's a 0-0 ball game. And the pitch to Arroyo. Swinging a foul off the backstop, and it's 0-1.
Arroyo not waiting around. Boy, he had great at bats last night against Clayton Kershaw.
2 for 3.
I mean, when you're a young hitter, that's something you put on your resume. I got 2 hits off Kershaw. Quick bat, especially above the belt. And you look at the way that he covers the high pitch, it really will remind you of Jeff Kent.
Remember the first guy who told us that about him was Terry Kennedy.
Terry Kennedy saw Christian Arroyo and he said, game on. This kid's going to be good. And this is when he first signed when he was 18.
So you saw 20 pitches last night, and those are the 20 pitches. And that was off of Kershaw. Pitches high, 2-2.
Not the first 2 hits he's ever had off Kershaw. He had his first big league hit off Kershaw in San Francisco.
Tapped to third. This is a fair ball, and Arroyo beats it out. Well, Turner made a nice play.
He did. The very fact that he made it even close is commendable.
Shortstop number 10, Eduardo Nunez.
I think Turner's one of those guys that he doesn't get enough credit for his defense.
I agree. Did this ball a bounce foul? No, too risky. Huh?
Man, you got to make the play if you're Turner. And he gets this thing in a tough position. Low, off the right foot, little sling. Nice dig out of the dirt from Bellinger. If you're wondering if he can play first base, there's your answer.
Here's Nunez. Nunez 1 for 4 last night. He's looking to get hot. And he rolls the first one behind Phil Nevin at coaching at third, and it's 0-1. Crawford maybe back on Saturday. That is not 100%. I think that's a hopeful.
But getting better.
But getting better. And Arroyo will get chased back. And Giants made a move today. Chris Stratton was optioned to Sacramento. Josh Osich is here. So the Giants have another lefty in that bullpen.
Well, they need him. Stephen Okert went an inning and 2/3 last night. He was the only guy down there.
Out of play, nothing in 2.
Throwing from the left side. The injury to Brandon Crawford was a groin strain.
Breaking ball, and it's a fair ball, and everybody's safe.
And another great play. If this ball gets by Turner, that's a double. You're looking at runners at second, third to start the inning off.
So the Giants, we haven't seen it in a while, the ground attack.
And once he went down on the ground with the speed of Nunez, there was going to be no play. And you see Alan Porter, third base umpire, signaling that indeed it had gone over the base, so it was going to be fair regardless of where it landed.
Here's Joe Panik. Joe Panik had a 1 for 4 day, but really didn't tell the whole story. He got a lot of pitches out of Kershaw, and he had some really good at bats. On deck is Nick Hundley. Inside corner strike to Joe Panik. A look at Arroyo at second, and this is rolled foul. So Wood does what he needs to do. He gets out in front of Joe Panik very quickly. It's 0-2.
Talked about how Wood will work guys. I mean, it's usually a fastball changeup combination to righties, but a lot of breaking balls to lefties, and he's opened up this AB with 2 pretty good breaking balls to Panic. You throw that pitch enough, Panic will go right to left field with it.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Nice block. 1-2. That's where catchers earn their keep. Keeping that runner at second from getting to third with less than 2 outs.
Oh, it's so true. And if you feel as a pitcher that your catcher's not going to block a breaking ball in the dirt, you won't finish the pitch. I mean, you'll hang him.
Two and two. And Panic stays alive. That one got in on his hands, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants, with that win yesterday, they got into double digits in wins. They were the last team in the National League to do that. But on a positive note, they're perfect in May. And another 2-2 pitch to Panic. Got him.
A little width on that outside corner. But pitching a guy backwards, put him to sleep with a lot of soft stuff, then zip him with a fastball on the outside corner at 93. It's a good pitch. See the target from Barnes is sitting right on that outside corner.
That's that pitch where somebody's going to get mad.
Yeah, and it's also the pitch that you're not going to get every time with Joe West. That's the little inconsistency. You know, sometimes you're going to get a wide strike. You work your tail off for it. You come back to it in a big situation, and you don't always get it.
Here's Hundley. Hundley's looking to get it going. They had a terrific spring. And lately, he's been a little quiet with the bat. How quiet? Glad you asked. Really glad you asked.
Well, how quiet?
0 for 14 and 4 for his last 31.
That's quiet. He's better than that.
He is. It's 3-0.
This is how Wood works lefties. A couple breaking balls to steal strikes and then just go down with a lot of slop, and then a payoff pitch. He zips him with 93 on the outside corner. Really the only fastball he saw the whole at bat.
So Hundley now's got a shot. With that being a called strike, it's now 3-1. Arroyo and Nunez are your base runners here in the second.
Kind of a quick pitch. Fastball inside corner. And what that tells you about Nick Hundley is he's probably looking fastball, but he wasn't looking middle in. He was looking middle away.
Just got a piece. And you get an idea early in the game that with the count of 3-2, Wood's going to throw anything.
Yeah, he has to.
So 3-2. On deck is Matty Moore. And the walk. So Moore's going to hit with the bases loaded.
Well, congratulate You're a graduate with the gift of Giants baseball. You took us to 2 games in a class of 2017 Giants cap and tassel. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. It's the perfect gift. Packages start at $39. Go to sfgiants.com/grad for more information.
So here's Matt Moore, who is not an automatic out. He's got an RBI on the season. He is 0 for 7. And he hits one into center field, and it's going to fall. Here's the throw home. It's way offline. Nobody backing up. 2-run score. And Kike Hernandez is wondering, what the heck did I just do?
Well, and he should. I mean, a center fielder makes an aggressive throw to try and get his pitcher out of a jam. If it sails over the target, you expect that pitcher to be backing up the play. And Wood never got past home plate. So the Giants get another run for it, and Hernandez gets an error, and he should not have gotten an error. But how about Matt Moore getting up there and throwing a little dead bird out there in center? Now watch the play. Hernandez has got a good arm.
Well, it wasn't exactly on target.
But still, you got to back the play up. Woods never left the infield. Wood, rather.
So Giants have runners at second and third, and here's Gorkis Hernandez.
That's a big play in itself.
And for Gorkis now to put the ball in play. The infield is back. At least the defenders up the middle for the Dodgers. Nothing like a good old-fashioned dead bird.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have many of those in the month of April.
Line drive, caught by Wood. And now it'll be Belt who's going to try to pick up Gorkis Hernandez, who did everything right.
Number 9, Brandon Belt.
Yeah, he hits the ball off the end of the bat, kind of a soft line drive, but Gorkis thinking, man, I can't buy a hit.
Belt got jammed and rolled out to second. Very, very nice RBI opportunity for Brandon Belt. Overshift is on for Belt, and there's a pitch high. Belt lifetime against Wood. It's not good. He's 1 for 11.
Well, if you're Bell, I mean, you could guess a lot of breaking ball early in the count.
And tight 2-0.
And he will work you. He's got a great eye.
So Belt now can sit on a pitch. He does, and he rolls it foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Belt been looking for a swing, trying to get some offense going. I mean, these are the big opportunities here. If you cash in here with a clean hit, you start to believe you're coming out of your funk.
And tight.
And 2 out, 2 strike RBIs are bone crushers to pitchers. Alex Wood is thinking, well, I can minimize the damage here. Just allow 2 and get off the field. You get a base hit here, and not get a couple runs. That'll really affect him mentally the rest of the game.
Belt base hit down the right field line, and everybody's going to run for a while. Hundley scores. Moore scores. Belt into second base with a double, and he's hurt.
He may have cramped up in his leg, his calf. As he was coming around first base, he stumbled. Watch as he's going around first, right here. And I don't know if he's cramping or what, but he's got a bad gait going. So Phil Nevin has come out to check on him. And he waves him off. So,
Well, maybe he tweaked. You know how you can tweak your ankle a little bit?
yeah.
I mean, not that you and I would know anything about that now. I'm talking about maybe 30 years ago, and it hurts for a little while and then it goes away. Bruce Bochy's not so sure. There's that guy who all of a sudden he's got a red alert going.
Giants head trainer Dave Greshner.
Anyway, nice at bat for Belt.
So Jose Agosillo went over there. He heard what the report was from Belt to.
And I think you're right,
Nevin.
I think it was a slip.
I think he's okay, and that is exactly what Agosillo is relaying back to Dave Greshner.
Here's Pence. And Pence takes a strike.
But the hit from Pence or from Belt, I mean, that's the one swing of the bat he's been looking for.
Yes, indeed.
You go back and look at the line drive where they had the defense. It wasn't an easy defense to get a line drive down and avoid a glove. But it definitely wound up being a shift buster.
Well, pitch count wise now, that's 50 for Wood. 5-0.
It's a lot. I think the Giants have done well in Los Angeles. They did it last night with Kershaw. They're doing it here with Wood. They're getting a lot of pitches out of him.
Hence, it's a fly ball to right. Puig's got a beat on it, and that's going to end the inning. So the Giants score 4 times. It's 4-0.
Credit Union Super Reward Checking. We pay you.
Giants with 4 runs in the top of this inning, so they lead 4-0. And Matt Moore is going to go out and face Fredman Gutierrez, Chris Taylor, and Yasiel Puig. And the first pitch strike.
Gutierrez just got off a 10-day disabled list with a hamstring problem.
Yeah, so Harris had 3 hits and 13 at bats.
He's got some pop.
Down the right field line and out of play. It's 0-2. Yep. Betty with the pink hat comes up with the souvenir.
Nice play.
I think she was cold, and the guy she's with gave her his jacket. How about that?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Smoked. Center field. And gone. So the Dodgers answer back. It's 4-1.
And for Gutierrez, that is his first home run as a Dodger, his 97th home run in his career. He's no baby. I mean, he's in his 10th year at the big league level. He's 34 years old. Most of his time in the American League, in fact, all of his time prior to this year with the Indians and the Mariners. Well, this is an important swing of the bat for the Dodger bench. Down 4 runs. 93-mile-an-hour fastball middle away. He takes on the deepest part of the yard, and he cleared it by a bunch. There is carry in this ballpark right now.
Here's Chris Taylor, who takes a pitch high. Taylor hitting .321 with a couple of home runs. He's got 6 driven in. Huntley's going to go out and have a word. Well, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me sports into your remote and get live game stats, up to the minute scores and standings right on your TV. Change the way you experience sports with Xfinity X1. So after the home run, it's 3 balls and no strikes. Close, but
well, that angers you about as much as giving up the home run when you have a 4-pitch walk after a guy hits a home run. It's definitely one that not more wanted, but it would have been a gift.
Here's Puig. Puig last night went 0 for 4. He's hitting .226. And he takes low, so that's 5 straight now at this rate.
Well, you also look how a guy's missing, and he's not missing that far away from the strike zone. It's not like he's all over the place. Generally speaking, if a pitcher's pretty much between the catcher's knees when he hits his target, he's going to find the strike zone. I like that.
On deck is Austin Barnes. Taylor with his lead. Posey holding him tight. High foul down the right field line and out of play. So it's 1-2.
Not a lot of gloves down there. Somebody's got to make that play. It has definitely lightened up the section, however, as foul balls normally do.
Hit on the ground. One, not in time. An infield hit for Puig.
They're going to look at it.
Catcher number 15, Austin Barnes.
It was a great play to stop the ball from going into left field. There's going to be no chance to get Puig at first because of his speed once Royal left his feet. From the knee.
Chris Taylor runs too well.
I don't think they're going to be challenged, at least not from that angle. This one, however, may give you a different look. Well, I mean, he's on top of the foot of panic.
Austin Barnes. Barnes hitting .231, a home run, a couple of driven in. And he takes a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. It's been Yasmani Grandal who's done the bulk of the catching. So Matt Moore out of whack right now.
He's out of whack, and it's the stretch position that normally causes the problems with his mechanics when he does go out of whack. That is the look of concern. We see that pretty much nightly from Dave Righetti.
It's always something. Not close.
And now all of a sudden his misses are getting bigger. And that makes the manager pace in the dugout. Got to start throwing his other pitches to get away from the fastball because he doesn't have a feel with it right now. Not close, easy take. So Dave Righetti going to come out and he'll make some suggestions. And one of them will be you need to throw other pitches. The problem with losing your feel and not being able to locate your pitches is that you're just trying to throw a strike right down the middle. You're not thinking I'm going to throw one inside, I'm going to throw one outside, I'm going to go elevation with it. You can't do that. You're just thinking I need to throw a strike. And that leaves you vulnerable, especially to a guy who's got some power in his bat like Bellinger.
So message delivered. The hitter is
First baseman number 35, Cody Bellinger.
It's Taylor, Puig, and Barnes with nobody out. No strikes.
And when you're wild, you don't get a lot of help. You don't get the corner pitches.
Not close. So something other than a fastball, and it's 2-0.
Well, right now he should just can the stretch and get into his windup. He just doesn't have the rhythm. And we've seen this with him where he'll cruise and have 6 brilliant innings, and then 1 inning he'll lose his release.
He did it against the Giants when he was with the Rays. That's going to go out of the stadium. Well, maybe not.
Well, it's a healthy strike. I agree.
Line. That's going to be a base hit. This could clear the bases, and it's going to clear the bases, and Bellinger is going to be safe at third, and this game is tied.
And that is the problem with losing your release point, is that when you get in that strike zone, it is not going to be a quality strike. It's going to be right down the middle, and to Bellinger's credit, I mean, he didn't do too much with it. Nice swing. He's taking this ball right down the left field line. And with his speed, the way the Giants played him with Bell over towards the left center field gap, an easy triple.
So here's Alex Wood. Pitcher, Giants will play the infield in.
Good time for a squeeze after a triple.
And the first pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes.
That was one of Roger Craig's favorite plays. The crowd still buzzing.
One ball and 1 strike. One and 2. The Giants with 4 runs in the top of the inning, and the Dodgers come right back, helped by some wildness from Matt Moore. And a base hit.
And still nobody out. That's 4 hits and 2 walks so far in this inning. So they don't really have much choice. The Giants have to get somebody going down their pin. Looks like Corey Guerin is starting to get his mitt and head cooked towards the bullpen mound.
So here's Hernandez, who's going to bunt, and he bunts it foul. Hit a ball to deep center field in the first inning that was caught. Very odd. Both pitchers came into the game 0 for 7. Both picked up hits and RBIs in this second inning. And that's pulled foul on the ground. So here's Guerin getting loose.
And he's the guy you get up when you come into an existing inning where you need ground balls. When you're that guy, you don't normally think you're going to get to see action in the second inning. But right now, Bruce Bochy just needs to find a way to get out of this inning, find at least an out.
Outside, 1 and 2. Nice clean first inning for Matt Moore. But boy, has it been a struggle here in the second. Hit very high out to left to Belt. That's the elusive first out. And that'll bring up Corey Seager.
Number 5, Corey Seager.
There's one good thing about how with Alex Wood on the base paths, as he is on first base, is that he plugs up the base paths. He's not very fast at all. And from the pitcher's perspective, you're not really concentrating on anybody except that guy in the batter's box.
Seager drives it into left center field. Nobody's there, and it's off the wall. Nice play by Hernandez on the carom, and it's second and third now with one out. And that's going to be it for Matt Moore. Maybe not. The coach is going to the pitching coach and saying,
he's locked and loaded. He's in the position where I would have to believe this may be his last hitter.
Turner struck out in the first inning.
And he's getting no help. Remember, he had 7 pitches or 6 pitches in the first inning. Next pitch will be number 31 here in the second. The wheels have come off for Matt Moore. And this is a strikeout situation. And that was a gift. Turner saying, wait a second, it's kind of like it's worse than the first one you called a ball. Right now, Matt Moore is not going to apologize for the gift.
Wood is at third. Seager's at second. Put that pitch right where he wanted it. It's 1-2. Matt Moore pitching for the strikeout. Gutierrez led this inning off with a home run. He's on deck. He'll be out of play down the right field line. Matt Moore rubbing up the baseball, a new one. And another 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, foul. Turner steps out briefly. First base is open. It's Matt Moore, the high set. Get out into right center field. Mr. Penn says, I got it. Tagging and scoring is Wood. So that's the 6th run of the inning.
Thinking about going out there to get Matt Moore a lot. He just keeps making the left turn instead of the right turn. But not happy. Winds up being a good situation like that for Turner.
So here's Gutierrez batting for the 2nd time this inning. Call strike.
And that's been the best breaking ball that he's thrown tonight. Maybe right now he's got a better feel with that breaking ball than he does the fastball.
Seager at third. Oh, 2.
Another good snapper. Here was the fastball middle away that Gutierrez went right back over the center field wall with. And that was kind of the alarm clock that went off in the Dodger dugout.
And that pitch is high. A long second inning for both teams.
38 pitches from that more.
Wood had 33 pitches. And that'll end the inning. Struck him out with a hanger. That's good news. So, Giants trail 6-4. It's early.
Ballpark as the Giants are going to take on the Reds. The first 20,000 fans are going to get a Mother's Day expandable tote bag courtesy of Nestle Dryers Ice Cream. So go to sfgiants.com and get some tickets. Take care of Mom.
So 10 runs scored in the second inning. Here's Buster Posey.
Yeah, there was like 74 pitches thrown.
Buster struck out in the first inning.
Let's ask Aaron what the exact number of pitches were thrown by both pitchers.
Arroyo and then Nunez. Down low. Buster lifetime 4 for 9 against Wood after the strikeout. Now 4 for 10.
I said 74, 72. It just felt like 74. Thanks, Aaron.
I had 73s. Posey out of play, 2-2. Yep. He'll go back out, see if he's got it.
Absolutely. But as he just proved, this game will make you shake your head a few times.
Buster digs that one out.
One thing the Dodgers did immediately, though, when they're down 4-0, was with Gutierrez, they answered. Solo shot home run. But it is an alarm clock, and the Giants, they need to answer that 6th spot the Dodgers put on the board at the bottom of the second.
Into left center field, and Buster Posey's got a base hit. So Gutierrez cut it off. And here's Christian Arroyo.
Number 22, Christian Arroyo.
Come on.
First time each team scored 4+ runs in the same inning at Dodger Stadium.
Come on.
Come on. Wow.
Here's Arroyo. And he takes a strike.
It's a gift.
Arroyo with an infield hit in the second.
You get the feel about the inconsistency on the corner zone. I mean, it's kind of Joe West. He does even it out, but it can be painful.
And a quick 0-2 to Christian Arroyo. Nunez to follow. Up the middle, and it squirts off of Wood. Bellinger recovers. He gets the out, and Posey down to second.
Well, it looked like kind of a bad break, but I don't know. If the ball gets past Wood, it may have been a double play. And then again, maybe not. It's just, I'm not sure how hard it was hit. Nevertheless, the Karen did not do Christian Arroyo any favors.
Nunez picked up an infield hit in the second. So the Giants could answer back with a base hit here. That's low, 1-0. Panic to follow. 6-4 Dodgers here in the third inning. On the ground to second. And Chris Taylor will throw out Nunez.
Well, the Giants Insider Podcast is back on NBC Bay Area, NBCSportsBayArea.com, brought to you by Max Muscle. So log on each week as Insider Alex Pavlovich will talk baseball with players, coaches, guests, and more. Giants Insider Podcast with Alex Pavlovich on NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify.
Joe Panik is his guest this week as he waits on Wood. And he takes a strike. Joe struck out looking in the second inning. Up the middle and a base hit, and the Giants answer back. It's 6-5.
Big hit right there. Make sure that the momentum does not stay in the Dodger dugout. And he did it in a two-out scenario. The Giants have done very well. It's 3 RBIs in two-out situations, 2 by Belt, and now this one by Panik. Just a ground ball that just gets out of the reach of Chris Taylor.
Hundley drew a walk in the second. So Hundley waiting. And a toss to first. Wood looking into Austin Barnes and the pitch, and Hundley fouls it over the backstop.
Hundley's got opposite field power. Keep pitching him away, he'll go with you, and he can pop it out of here. Especially on a night like tonight where there is carry at Dodger Stadium.
Here's the 0-1. Which will not be an 0-1 pitch at all. Wait a minute, now they're going to pull the string on him.
Good changeup.
Matt Moore to follow. Got him. Giants come back. Panic 2-out RBI. It's 6-5. Dodgers. California Ford dealers last night. Stephen Okert. What did he do? Well, Corey Seager, fly ball to left. Justin Turner, fly ball to center. Yasmani Grandal. He gone. Adrian Gonzalez, fly out to center. Cody Bellinger, pop up to Panic. That's our smart play brought to you by California Ford dealers. Kid put himself on the map last night.
Yes, he did.
Here's Taylor. First pitch is wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor drew a walk and scored in the second.
It's a big hitter right here for Matt Moore to get back some confidence in this game.
I would say that he is on a very, very short leash.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Especially with base on balls.
It's not Joe West strike zone.
No, you're not going to see many bell high strikes ever from Joe West. I mean, if you get any benefit, you get it below the strike zone rather than above the strike zone. It just has not been able to find it. Started strong in the first inning. You think, man, he's brought it into the game, and all of a sudden he gave up the home run to Gutierrez in the bottom of the second, and he has not been able to find the field.
Here's Puig. On the ground, Arroyo, Panic, Posey. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what he was looking for.
Number 15, Austin Barnes.
Here's Barnes, who drew a walk.
When we talk about the significance of the one run the Giants scored in the third to answer the sixth the Dodgers scored the bottom of the second. So it really sets up an opportunity for Moore to have a shutdown inning here. Keep that momentum in your dugout.
As Barnes takes a big swing and a miss.
And a changeup. I think you might see more of those changeups, especially first pitch.
And that's going to end the inning. Don't know if it would have been fair. It doesn't matter. It's an OUT. Take a look at where this ball was headed. Well, it was headed into the glove of Christian Arroyo. Giants are coming up.
Now for our Togo's big play, the Togo's way, and we're going to take a look at some defensive excellence from young Christian Arroyo. And look at Alan Porter, the base umpire, going, that ball is fair. And he just took away extra bases from Austin Barnes. That's our Togo's big play, the Togo's way.
There's Matt Moore, who takes a strike. Matt Moore with a bloop single in the second. Knocked in a run.
It's fun to see left-handed pitchers hit against other left-handed pitchers with a big curveball. They don't get a lot of at-bats against lefties, so he's kind of taking an at-bat against himself here.
Out of play. It stays at 1-2. And he got him.
Well, check out the happy hour with Greg Papa, Ray Ratto, and Kelly Johnson, three of our favorites weekdays on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. And it's also available to listen live as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. We really recommend it. It is a lot of fun, and you will definitely be entertained and have a few horse laughs.
Yorkis Hernandez has struck out, and he lined back to Alex Wood. And he missed the bunt. It's 0-2.
Now trying to take it on the right side with a left-handed pitcher whose momentum is falling off towards the third base line. If you're going to bunt, you want to bunt it towards the second baseman.
Walter Windelstead, first base umpire tonight, saying no swing. All right, Hunter, let's see how you did. Oh, yeah, good call.
Harry, watching from above, would be proud.
Harry Windelstead.
I loved Harry.
He was a great umpire.
Fouled at the plate. It stays at 1-2.
You know what? Harry passed away several years ago, but when we played, he was our umpire. One of the guys you look forward to when he was part of the crew. And it always looked to me like Harry was enjoying what he was doing.
Yeah,
he loved it.
Plus, he was interested in any person that he was talking to, whether it be a coach or a player. Foul.
Harry Windelstead started the Harry Windelstead School of Umpiring, which is still going.
Yeah.
And it's basically one of the schools that you have to go to if you want to get a job in minor league baseball. We asked Ed Montague how long it takes. What's the average career that a minor league has to spend, or an umpire has to spend in the minor leagues before he gets to the big leagues? He says about 9 years. There's no easy road.
And that's the average of these guys getting here. There's so many umpires that don't. Roll to third for Turner, and he gets it in between Hop, and he does it nicely.
Nice play. Indeed.
And here's Belt.
Left fielder Brandon Belt.
Kind of a do or die swipe. You were being aggressive coming in, but you get caught on the hop coming up high. But he puts it right in the sweet spot. Bingo.
You have to kind of calculate where that ball is going to come up. Here's Belt. Belt had a big 2-out double down the right field line to knock in a pair.
He's just setting him up with that swing. Because if you throw the break at a ball and a guy swings like that, you're thinking, I need to throw a couple more of those.
0-2. Pitches, and that'll end the inning. Bellinger, Wood, Hernandez coming up.
Authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Dodgers 6, Giants 5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Both starters have had a big bump in the road in the 2nd inning. Both are still in the game. And here's Matt Moore to face Cody Bellinger. Bellinger had the luxury of facing Moore with the bases loaded and a 3-1 count, and he tripled down the left field line.
That is one of the best at bats in the game.
Shoots this one into right field, a base hit. I think the Giants know how to
Number 57.
pitch Bellinger. Matt Moore just hasn't been able to do it. We've seen he runs pretty good. So here's Wood. Singled in the second inning. And he bunts it foul. Kike Hernandez to follow. And he bunts it foul again. A leadoff single by Bellinger. That's 6 hits for the Dodgers. And fastball's high.
Been kind of a Jekyll and Hyde night for Matt Moore. The first inning he gave up 6 pitches. Second inning 39. Third inning 7 pitches. So it's been outhouse or castle in the pitch count. You get a single-digit number up there with innings pitched in an inning. That's a plus.
So Wood does not get the job done. And with 1 out, now the hitter is Kike Hernandez.
Center fielder, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez has hit a couple of miles of high pop-ups to the outfield. And Matt Moore with a soft toss to keep an eye on Bellinger.
Well, Dave Roberts was a base stealer, and I think he thinks base steal situation when you have a guy like Bellinger that can run. And when Wood did not get the bunt down, I mean, he still wants to figure out a way to get that runner at second base and put him in scoring position. He may turn him loose. A lot of guys on the team have a green light where they can go if they get a good jump. Or they get the must go sign from the manager.
Pitch ball in play, left field. Red alert.
Yeah. The daily dose.
Two 2-0. Hernandez is going to take a rip. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I like that. I think Hernandez does. I mean, he's a guy that at times we've seen him take some gimmicks up to the batter's box with the idea that he wants to keep the weight on his back foot. And what he's doing now is, I mean, he lifts that left leg up completely off the ground and really loads up that backside trying to stay back. You have a little hitch like that with your front leg and you lift that leg up. The question then becomes, can you get the front foot down in time?
Three and 2.
And those are healthy rips. Corey Guerin is on red alert. He's thinking about one guy, Justin Turner.
Runner goes. Ball four.
3-2 changeup. Third walk. And now Dave Rigetti's going to come out and say, all right,
Corey Seager.
it's your last hitter.
Watch out for the first pitch.
Guerin's ready. I mean, Dave Rigetti's not going out there to stall for Corey Guerin to get ready down the Giants bullpen. He's going out there to relay a message to from the manager. Take a look at pitches and where they were, and a lot of them out of the strike zone. That's kind of where he's been all night. He has not had the command of the zone. Completely different than the last two starts that we have seen Matt Moore have against the Dodgers. Two starts coming into this game, he had thrown 15 innings. He'd only allowed 5 hits. He dominated. But tonight he has not been able to get a feel for the strike zone. It's created a lot of opportunity for the Dodgers.
Seager has popped out to left, and he's doubled into left center field. Four balls and 1 strike.
So he opens him up with a little cutter on the outside part of the plate, taking advantage of that first pitch aggressiveness of Corey Seager. And that's what you want to do. You want to stay in a corner. If he's going to swing, don't just lay it in there. That's what he wanted.
One ball and 1 strike. 2-1.
Seager with a slide uppercut.
Beach ball alert. Stops the game.
This guy's getting a workout. Seager on the year has hit into 1 double play.
So 2-1. And 1.
And now he just has to throw it up there. This is where you need to get lucky. And tonight, luck has not really gone his way. Can't think corner pitch. You just think strike. I got to lay it in there and challenge him.
So that's it. So a disappointing outing for Matt Moore, who has really pitched well, especially his last 2 starts. When it's time for a change, things speedy. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up. It's Smog Experts. We'll be back.
AST for the 2017 All-Star Teacher, brought to you by Provident Credit Union. The 11th season of the NBC Sports Bay Area All-Star Teachers Program recognizes that teachers do indeed make a huge difference. So vote. The winner will receive $20,000 for his or her school.
"6-5 Dodgers." Bases are loaded with one out.
Numbers for Guerin, 10th time that he's come in. 1.08 ERA, 10 strikeouts and 8 1/3. And he is a sinker baller from a high sidearm delivery. And that is exactly what Bruce Bochy wants. He wants a ground ball hit right at an infielder right now.
So the weirdness continues. I can't explain it.
For the Giants tonight, Matt Moore allowed 5 walks, and now Corey Guerin allows a hit batsman. That's 6 free gifts of 90 feet.
In the 4th inning with one out.
Well, like you said, the weirdness continues.
Gutierrez has homered and struck out, and here he's hitting with the bases loaded and only one out. And there's a called strike. So Turner picks up his 2nd RBI of the game, and he doesn't swing the bat. He's got it. Actually, he dropped it, and a run scores. It'll be a fielder's choice.
Pretty good play. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's not out there every day at first base, and this is a bullet off the bat of Gutierrez. And Posey spears it just about parallel with the ground, kicks out of his pocket, but he still recovers to get the lead out at 2nd. So they do get an out. They do give up a run, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Nice pick.
Had Nunez been aware, he could have thrown to 3rd. There's Taylor, who takes outside for a ball. Strike. Taylor has walked twice. One hit in the inning and 2 runs.
Well, the problem with 2 walks and a hit batsman and a lot of pitches in the inning and a lot of pitches so far in the game is that you're just hammering your defense's legs right now into the ground. Not a night that Matt Moore will want to remember. 11 base runners allowed in 3 1/3, 5 by way of the walk.
Taylor's a pitch out of the strike zone away for walking for the 3rd time.
Yeah, he gets to be chasing a little slider out of the strike zone. Thank you, very nice. Guy's going to help you. That's a good thing. But you can't rely on that now. I mean, it's 3-2. You've got to get after it here. You're down 3 runs. Can't be walking anybody else.
Runner goes.
And easy take. Chris Taylor has walked 3 times tonight. Giants are walking a tightrope. Dodgers have had a couple of opportunities in this game to just completely blow it out. And they're getting another one right now.
Here's Puig. 1 ball and no strikes.
A good count to hit it. And the thing about this Dodger lineup is they have all got power. And when you give them count leverage, 1-0 counts, 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts, I mean, they can hurt you.
And a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. And the Dodgers have added on. They've scored 4 runs here in the 4th inning.
You have to get in the strike zone. Movement coming back into Puig, and to his credit, I mean, he just goes with the movement. He had backed off the plate. I think he was thinking right field. He knew the movement was going to come back to him. Very disciplined approach. He winds up with 2 RBIs. Good at bat.
Here's Barnes. Barnes lined out to Arroyo, who made a nice play at 3rd. For the 2nd time in this game, the Giants a lot of time on defense. Weed goes, bounces to Panic, and that's going to end the inning. Giants are down by 5. Lots of work to do. It's 10-5 LA. At the ballpark on Friday, May 12th. Your happy hour package is going to include a pregame barbecue in Triples Alley, and it's featured a Lagunitas beverage, live music, an opportunity to watch BP from the field, and a lower box ticket to the Giants Red game. sfgiants.com/happy hour for tickets. A 10-5 lead for the Dodgers here in the 5th inning. Quite the opposite from the game that we watched and broadcasted last night. What's bothering Hunter Pence or maybe Joe West?
Gotta get rid of that thing.
Now, the one thing Wood has been able to do that Moore couldn't, and it's not that Wood's stuff has been that much better. He's been able to throw strikes. He's only walked one. He walked Hundley, and Hundley scored in the second. Matt Moore walked 5. Guerin walked 1, and he hit a batter. Pence takes a high fastball, 1-2.
That is the worst feeling too, when you're out there and you're Matt Moore and you cannot find the strike zone. In the time we've known him here, I mean, that happens to him once in a while. I mean, it kind of reminds you of Russ Ortiz in that regard, where he would just completely stuff a team for 5 or 6 innings, and all of a sudden, whoop, it's gone. Or he starts a game and he can't find it. When he finds it, he's lights out. He's as good as anybody.
So Matt Moore will pitch on Monday in New York.
And he and Dave Rigetti, they've got some homework to do on the side between now and that start in New York.
It stays alive. It stays at 3-2. Pence takes strike 3 call at the knee. It's had a long and bad going until that call, and now the hitter will be Buster Posey.
Now they set the target on the outside corner, and this thing comes across the plate on the inside corner, which is why, it doesn't look. I think it was a better pitch than what it looked. Is what I'm trying to say.
I thought it was a strike. Here's Posey. Buster lines this one, and it's caught by Taylor. So 2 outs, and the hitter will be Christian Arroyo.
Buster hit it on the button.
Arroyo is singled, and then you hit one off the foot of Wood. It ricocheted over to Bellinger. Down and in, and he got him to swing.
Yeah, that's when you step out of the box, have a little word with yourself, and just say, I hope nobody watched that. Wood going right back down there again to see if he could get the rook to chase it. Another breaking ball in the dirt. This time fish weren't biting.
And that'll end the inning. 8 strikeouts for Alex Wood. Dodgers are coming up. It's 10-5. 1956 at Wrigley Field. The Giants and Cubs had a major league record that still stands by combining to issue 11 intentional walks in the game. The Giants won the game 6-5 on a sacrifice fly by Darrell Spencer. It featured 48 players, 25 for the Giants, 23 for the Cubs.
Attendance 2,389. Played in front of a few of those type of crowds at Wrigley Field.
Here's Bellinger facing Corey Guerin. Overshift is on.
I don't think you'll ever see another crowd like that at Wrigley Field.
In our lifetime.
In our lifetime.
I mean, they get that many now on the rooftop.
Oh yeah, on one side of the street. On Waveland Avenue. That doesn't even count Sheffield, right field.
Utley's on deck. And Bellinger stays alive. 2 for 2. He scored 2 runs. So Wood, his night is over. And he calmed the storm down by pitching great in the 4th and 5th inning. Romo getting loose. Up high, 1-2.
Just a wee bit high. Again, you don't get many bell high strikes from Joe West.
Is Utley allowed to stand right behind the hitter?
Don't get me started. Hitters, they can do whatever they want.
Oh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back with our center field camera just a bit to the right. That's where Utley's standing. Two and 2. On the ground. 1 out. Well, it's a shorter trip for Utley. That's why you do it.
Well, yeah. These guys do it so they can see the ball out of the hand, so they can look at the release point. If you would let an on-deck hitter, he would stand right behind the umpire.
Pitch hitter number 26, Chase Utley.
Well, it's like those scramble golf tournaments where you can stand right behind the guy when he putts to see.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Which way it's going to break.
Let's see. Kike Hernandez assuming the position.
So when they put the round disc, that's a suggestion.
The on-deck circle,
Yeah.
I think that's nothing more than just where you put the batting donuts and the pine tar rag and the lead bats and the Manny Modem stickum.
Two and 0 to Utley.
Yep, all that stuff. They get to wear batting gloves and helmets, and they get to have custom-made bats. And they can put elbow pads on, and wrist pads, and shin pads. Pitchers, you get a funky old rosin bag. Go get them.
Utley's going to lift this one foul and out of play.
And then they're talking about changing the strike zone, making it a little bit higher, take away some of the low strikes because there's not enough offense.
One pitch to Utley. 2-2.
And then it doesn't end there. Even when you're retired as a pitcher, when you come back and play the old-timer game and you're facing against a popular old player, you're supposed to lay it in there so the guy can hit the ball at the ballpark. And they boo you if you don't. I tell you, there's no respect.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
How close was this one? It's close.
Hernandez on deck. We're in the 5th inning. And the walk.
So the third free gift from Corey Geary. 2 walks and hit batsman.
Hernandez is 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 4th inning. Utley goes. Utley will not throw. Aaron did not give Hundley much of a chance.
Well, he's having problems with his command right now. His concentration is going to the glove and not to the runner at first base. That's just a baseball player taking advantage of a guy's lapse of concentration. Sometimes you get in a game where your team's down or up by 5 runs, and you don't pay as close of attention to the runner at first base that you need to.
So it's 2 balls and no strikes.
The problem with walks and hit batsmen is that you do not have a chance to defend them. You're helpless as a defense.
On the ground, Nunez is going to go to 3rd, and out at 3rd is Utley on some bad base running.
Yeah, just the basic rule: if you're at second base and the ball's hit in front of you, you don't advance. If it's behind you, then you go. Even a guy who's been around this game as long as Utley can make a base running mistake. Nice play here from Arroyo.
2 outs. Hernandez probably witnessed Utley stealing second base fairly easily, so he may have thoughts of taking off on his own.
Well, and that's all in a pitcher. I mean, you have to make that guy stop. He did not do it with Utley.
And on the ground, it'll be Panic, and that'll end the inning. Guerin pitches through the walk. Nunez, Panic, Hundley coming up.
Filipino Heritage Night. Your special event package will include a ticket to see the Giants take on the Reds and a Filipino Giants beanie. Reminder, you want the beanie, you need to buy the ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
It's a 10-5 lead for the Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
So Sergio Romo, the new pitcher now for the Dodgers. 13th time that he has come in. ERA still bloated at 8.68. Uncharacteristic for Romo. Still averaging a strikeout or more an inning. But a lot of walks, and that is another thing that is uncharacteristic. So he's been out of whack, which is why he finds himself in this game with a 5-run lead in the 6th inning. This is normally a late inning guy. Has not earned that right yet this year for the Dodgers.
Nunez 1 for 2. Panic and then Hundley. Dodgers do have a lefty up in the bullpen. This is popped up. It's Seager who's going to make the catch.
Baseman number 12, Joe Panic.
Tonight, 1 for 2. Hundley to follow. Connor Gillespie's got a bat, it looks like. Low. So the Giants need a couple of base runners. Make it interesting. Out of play.
Was it a bit weird for you hitting against old teammates?
It was.
It was weird for me. If I didn't like the guy, it wasn't a problem. But if I liked the guy, it was a problem. It's a problem pitching in.
I didn't have to do it very often because I switched leagues. Two balls and one strike. That rolls this one softly to first. 2 outs. And here's Hundley.
Catcher Nick Hundley.
Hundley's 0 for 1.
Sit on a slider if you can.
And he does. And it's popped up. And Romo with a 7-pitch inning. It remains 10-5.
On NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. By AAA. Get a free Giants welcome mat. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details. By Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By State Farm. Combine auto and renters and see how much you can save. Talk to an agent today. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
You're looking into Dodger Stadium where it's 10-5 favor of the Dodgers, and it's time for a change. Things speedy. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
So
first look at
Brian Morris. That's what he did last year with the Marlins. A good year. However, look at the walks. 10 and 17 2/3. That's the blemish. Low to mid-90s fastball. He can sink and cut. He's got a curveball and a slider.
And it's Justin Turner, who wraps it on the first pitch out to Belt, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Here's Tolles.
The batting pitch hitter number 60, Andrew Tolles.
Tolles is going to pinch hit. He'll probably stay in the game. Tolles hitting at 240, but shooting the bat pretty well lately. He rolls this one foul.
cutter from Morris. Nice three-quarter release.
Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Morris really had a nice spring going, and he had an injury. He had a hairline fracture of his right foot during spring training, and it really set him back. Hard to be patient when you know you're going to make the team, you're having a great camp, and then all of a sudden you have an injury. It's a broken bone.
Well, we remember him with the Pirates. He threw the ball extremely well.
Big guy, 6'3", 225, 30 years old. He's got 4 years at the big league level. 6th round pick by the Minnesota Twins. That was his dad in 1968. In case you wonder when he got drafted, he was a 3rd round pick in 2005 by the Tampa Orioles.
So he did better than his dad.
He did. Old man, a 6th round pick. He was a 3rd rounder. That's impressive.
A jam shot down the 3rd baseline. And Toles is going to have a double.
Well, you couldn't put a cut fastball in a better place than this. Now, when the Giants saw Toles back in San Francisco, he was hitting balls right on the nose and getting nothing. Here, he hits it right off the label, and he just squeegees it right by Arroyo for a double.
Here's Taylor, who's walked 3 times. Giants have to play the infield in. Low, 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor, with those 3 walks, has scored once. Big swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Talk about these 2 players that you're seeing for the first time this year. Chris Taylor and Cody Bellinger, both on the right side of the infield. They are not afraid to swing it.
Very aggressive.
They let it fly.
Out of play. 1-2. Yasiel Puig is on deck. There isn't anybody out.
Well, Brian Morris is pitching for the strikeout because of that. You're going to see what he likes to try and strike out right-handed hitters with, and 2 strike counts right now.
Hit that ball up, and Taylor had a good rip.
Yeah, he was on it. You see that ball get fouled straight back like that last one? You're not fooling the hitter. He's got you timed.
Low, 2-2.
As we mentioned before, Morris is in his 5th year at the big league level. There's not a guy in the big leagues who's got 4+ years at the big league level doesn't think he has the advantage over a rookie. Now he's got to prove it. And the payoff pitch, a cutter at 89. And that's the strikeout he was looking for.
Infielder number 66.
The thing about a cutter is it can be just effective at the top of the strike zone as it can be at the bottom of the strike zone. You don't get big movement. It's a little slide, about 3 to 4 inches, and a little bit of a tilt. Taylor stayed down nicely on the swing.
Here's Puig.
Again, another strikeout situation with 1 out.
Could he be further off the plate?
Something he's just started doing lately. And I think it makes sense if you have a guy who has a fastball like Corey Guerin where the movement's coming back into you. But with Morris, you're going to see more cut fastballs and have that little 3 or 4 inch movement running away. That's a guy you think you get up on the plate a little closer, not back off the plate, because he's way back there.
Up the middle and a base hit. So Puig picks up a couple of RBIs.
Well, he's had quite a night in that regard. You may see him get off that plate for a while. He's, I think, got a belly full of getting knocked back off the plate. So now, with a new approach, it's paying big dividends. Four RBIs on the night for Puig.
Pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0. Barnes is walked, lined out to third, and rolled out to panic. And a 4-pitch walk.
So David Goody going to come out. He will give Morris his pep talk. First time that Morris has ever heard it. And it will allow Josh Osich start to get stretched out. Osich got activated today. Chris Stratton was sent down to Sacramento.
So here's how the inning has gone for Morris. Turner, ball hit to left, but maybe a guy that plays the outfield every day catches.
Yep.
A jam shot double down the left field line.
Yep.
And a 27 hopper up the middle.
With a drawn in infield, it would have been out of the way.
Your pep talk is look, a couple of breaks, you're sitting in the dugout. But it doesn't help your cause when you walk Barnes on 4 pitches.
Look at Bellinger up there. Kind of reminds me of Sean Green. Very upright.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Green, a slugger for the Dodgers a few years back. talking about Sean Green the other day. Anthony Rendon, third baseman for the Nationals, had an unbelievable day, career day. He went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. And you remembered immediately when Sean Green had gone 6 for 6 and had 4 home runs against the Brewers in Milwaukee.
Got 6 or 7 RBIs for Green, which we anointed Rendon's day better.
Yeah, well, 10 RBIs means it, even though he didn't have as many home runs. Hey, you never know what the game's going to give you. You just don't. Show up, hitting 253, got 5 RBIs, struggling, all of a sudden, whoop, 6 hits, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. I know what I'd do if I was Rendon after the game. I'd go over to Costco and start looking for wallets in the parking lot, because it is your lucky day.
Lifted out into left field, but it's going to be Hernandez putting it away. And Adrian Gonzalez is going to hit.
Pinch hitter number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
So here's Gonzalez. And Gonzalez line from the right. It's going to fall. Puig is going to score. Oversliding the bag was Barnes, but he gets back.
Well, Christian Arroyo went immediately to the Giants dugout and said, you need to take a look at this one. Alan Porter, the umpire, making the call that he was safe. We're just awaiting the word. Let's take a look. One thing that they have definitely made an impression upon young Christian Arroyo is stay on the play. So he gets back. And he got it. He got it. Look at the challenge.
Ball on the field is under review.
This replay review is presented by Xfinity. And he's out.
I have no idea how Alan Porter could possibly miss that. If he was standing any closer.
You know, they also might rule that in putting the tag on, he pushed his hand off the base. If that's the case, they may call him safe. That shot right there will tell you he's out, but then they determine as to whether or not it was Arroyo that caused him to move his hand off the base.
I am writing out.
.50-50. All right. Joe West likes drama. Bowie.
I don't know how you miss it. I don't. mini victory. 13-5 Dodgers. By your local Toyota dealer. Very simple to say that at one point the Giants led 4-0 and things were looking good, but then 6, 4, and 3. Those are the runs scored in innings 2, 4, and 6, and it's 13-5 Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
So Luis Avalon coming in, 14th game he's come into. He's got a good year going, 2.16 ERA with a strikeout an inning. How does he do it, you ask? Well, low to mid-90s fastballs. He will 4-2 seam the fastball. He's got a curveball and a changeup. Go get him.
13-5. Here's Kelby Tomlinson. And Tomlinson looks at a strike. Rookies Hernandez and then Brandon Belt are in the 7th. Foul back, 0-2. Tolles is now in left field. One and 2. Fights it off to stay alive,
which he does quite well on the 2-strike count.
Samardzija tomorrow. Urias will be on the hill for the Dodgers. Foul again.
Extendo bat. Giants will finally see a right-handed starter in game 1 of that Cincinnati series on Friday. They're going to see Bronson Arroyo. And then another lefty.
Two and 2. Kane, Block, and Cueto in Cincinnati.
Yeah, Johnny Cueto coming back to Cincinnati. He'll get a nice round of applause.
Trying to figure out as Tomlinson strikes out what the reasoning is for a 4 o'clock Sunday start.
36, Marquis Hernandez.
Probably get some explanation like Marty Brennaman needed to sleep in on Sunday morning.
Marty Brennaman, the Hall of Fame broadcaster for the Reds. He is that powerful.
Well, yes, that is a fact. Here's Hernandez.
It is odd, though. I can't remember, unless it was a national game. We just don't see many late starts on Sunday.
Doesn't, you know, unless something's going on in Cincinnati, you know, during the day that is important.
Yep. Come on, you're from the Midwest. You got to know.
How to play, I'd like to find out. Siri, why are we playing 4 o'clock on Sunday? Not sure what you said, Dwayne.
Well, I guess we'll just have to stay in the dark on that.
Two balls, two strikes. And a little flare into left center field. And that's going to fall.
By
Fielder number 9, Brandon Belt.
Not getting any help, by the way. Here's Belt. Belt is 1 for 3. And he rolls it foul.
if you were hitting and you saw a string of left-handed starters like that, I mean, would it help you hit lefties by the time you got to the third one, or did it make a difference?
Should help after the first one. Bell lines one. He's got a base hit. So here's Hunter Pence.
Right field, number 8.
Another one tomorrow, and as you said, another one on Saturday in Cincinnati. We're talking about lefties. Here's Pence. Pence is 1 for 3.
We always ask Hunter Pence about the swing that he has in the on-deck circle leading up to the batter's box. So what do you call that swing? He goes, knock down 6-iron. Oh, totally makes sense.
First pitch low, 1 ball and no strikes.
But so many hitters all tried to acquire the same feeling stepping in that batter's box, and that is that they have a swing that is one piece, that is completely in sync with their lower body and their upper body. And that's Pence's way of getting into that mode, getting the feel.
There's a section trying to help out the Giants. One and two. And he kept going out to Pence, and Pence kept fishing. And that'll bring to the plate Buster Posey.
Just steady diet of off-speed stuff from that outside corner. After he established 94, then he just kept going soft, softer, and Pence could not lay off.
Pesky Padres. How about those guys? Leading the Rockies 6-1 in the 8th inning.
That game in San Diego?
Game is in San Diego. If it were in Denver, it would be 16-11.
That's right. Coors Field is alive and well, as offensive as ever.
Buster Posey singled in the 3rd and then hit a line drive that Taylor at second made a diving catch on. Now the Giants just trying to string some hits together. See what happens.
That's a good changeup. So Buster Posey, who's been swinging it well, stepping out of the box, having a room with himself. Circle change, just dying on the outside corner.
Posey pokes at it and it's foul.
I mean, if you could do that to a hitter like Avalon just did there to Posey, take his legs out of the swing, I mean, you made a great pitch. Especially a guy who's hitting number 4th in the lineup. Right now she is a little concerned about the offense.
I'm saying that she came with a Dodger fan and had enough of him.
Yeah, she sent it packing.
Said, you know what? I'm sitting by myself someplace else. You can take a hike.
Yeah. Harmony.com wasn't working tonight.
What a mistake I made. 2-2 pitch. Not close. Yeah. I feel better now.
Yeah, I do. Good memory.
If you had your choice, would you take the burger or the fries?
Let me think on that.
All right. Here's the 3-2. Runners go. And Posey lines it foul. At some point, you got to start thinking about food.
Yeah, I think I may choose wisely.
I think I'm not a big fan of the really thick fries.
Yeah.
So if that is indeed a burger, we're going to find out here in a minute.
Well, if they're thick fries and they're cold, then forget it. I go with a burger.
I don't think that that's a burger. I think that's like a chicken sandwich.
But if they're hot, I'm going with the fries.
Rolls slowly to Seager. And that'll end the inning. Took some time, but Avalon got 3 outs. It remains 13-5. Giants and the Dodgers tomorrow, just like the last night and tonight. Pregame live will start at 6. Then we'll have the game for you at 7 right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Giants games are also available to stream live on the NBC Sports app, and check out Alex Pavlovich by logging into NBCSportsBayArea.com. 13-5 Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog expert.
Josh Osich, the new pitcher, just got brought back up to the big leagues today, and this is what he did with Sacramento in 9 games. A couple saves.
Yeah, just kind of ignore those numbers.
Well, you know, you're going to see high velocity fastballs, mid to high 90s, with a hard slider. It's just always a matter of what type of command he has, and that is something he battled all last year.
Two and 0 to Kike Hernandez. Not close. 3-0.
That almost hit his back foot. I don't know how he got out of the way of that. That's what he said. I have no idea how I got out of the way of that. And he said it in 2 languages. And let's take a look at it.
Look out. And a strike. Osich's job right now, just throw a strike. See what happens. Just don't walk him. And just helps him out. Three and 2. On the ground to Arroyo, 1 out.
Nice comeback there for Osich.
All right, we have a bunch of changes. We have a new outfield. It's Tomlinson in left, Stubbs in center, and Hernandez moves to right. Belta's now at first, and Osich is on the mound. Pence and Posey are the 2 Giants that are out of the game. High breaking ball. It's 1-0.
That was a good breaking ball. But it's not what Seager was looking for. He's had the count 1-0. He's going to look for a fastball. So if you're throwing that breaking ball, you got to bite off a little more strike zone.
See if he gets one in here. He does, and it's bounced to Panic.
Panic just did the Dwayne Kuiper. He went down to a knee.
The older I got, the more he went down to the knee.
Third baseman number 10, Justin Turner.
And watch the right knee just sort of dip. That's how you get down low.
Here's Turner. So Osich has done a nice job coming back after falling behind. And this is hit sharply to Nunez. And that'll end the inning. So a quick inning. And we'll head to the 8th. It's 13-5 Dodgers. From Oberman.
mobile app. You can stay connected to the game's best players all season long with Game Day. Download MLB.com at that today.
Burger's gone. Fries are still alive. 13-5 Dodgers. So Chris Hatcher is the new pitcher.
Well, it is a game now where some of the guys who've had some rough times or rough starts get a chance to get some work. Now, Hatcher's numbers are pretty darn good. 15 strikeouts at 13 2/3. When you see him, he's a hard thrower. And Hatcher's going to get it up there mid to high 90s.
And Arroyo waves at one, and it's 0-1. Christian Arroyo, a hit in the second inning. Oh, everybody okay? Yeah. Let's all celebrate. Look, the way this game is going, I'm calling that a partial win.
Yeah, you know, yes, we can get along.
Foul. On deck is Nunez. Wrapped into left field, a base hit.
A two-hit night for Christian Arroyo.
Put that ball up.
And he covers that high pitch well.
That's a nice, easy swing.
Shortstop number 10, Eduardo Nunez.
Right at the top of the strike zone across the letters. Doesn't have a big hitch. It's just so free and easy right through the ball. Right on the sweet spot. That felt good.
Nunez takes a strike on the outside corner. We are in the 8th.
Look at it.
Wood, Romo, Avalon, Hatcher. And out of play.
Yep, everybody's okay. Guest service guy came in, making friends, making sure everybody's all right.
1 and 2. 2 and 2. Yep. She's hanging in there.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of messages that she had a little TV time.
Yeah.
And it's important that you look good while you're having some TV time. And she pulled it off. Nice going.
Little pop-up to Turner. Here's Panic.
Second baseman number 12, Joe Panic.
Joe Panic, a 2-out RBI single in the 3rd inning when things were much, much closer. So here he's got a chance for a 2-hit night. Sleep a little better with a 2-hit night. And he takes a strike. Nick Hundley's on deck. Arroyo at first. He single to open up the inning. Back-to-back 96-mile-an-hour fastballs.
We've seen Hatcher hit higher speeds than that. He's got a very good arm. Yeah, he definitely has it in his mind what he wants to throw, but right now, Austin Barnes can't find the right finger. There we go. Look at that curveball.
He's got it now. And Panic lifts it foul.
It's a two-seamer. That's the thing about Hatcher. He doesn't have great movement. It's pretty straight.
Hard to teach movement.
No.
It is hard to teach 97, 98 though.
That's what you can't teach. Well, you can teach movement by changing grips. I mean, some guys are going to get big movement, some guys are going to get a little bit, but by changing grips, you're going to just naturally get a little different movement on the fastballs, two-seam, four-seam. And then you can also adjust arm angles. Hatcher's got a pretty high release. If he starts going three-quarters or low three-quarters, he's going to get more movement, but not everybody can do that.
Here's Hundley. Hundley takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Kelby Tomlinson is on deck. Hit towards the gap and into the gap. So Hundley has got himself a double.
He needed that.
Yes, he did.
We talk about Hundley will use the right side of the field. That was a hang and break a ball up from Hatcher. This is what you're supposed to do with it. And he got backspin on this. So that's the swing he's been looking for. You start backspinning the opposite gap, you're getting close to a swing, and he's been hunting for a while.
So here's Kelby Tomlinson. Swing. Tomlinson struck out in the 7th. And now it's a quick 0-2.
This is where he toughens up. He will expand, and he usually makes contact.
Just towards the on-deck circle.
And got Austin Barnes right in the mask. And that rocked him. You're back there, you're concentrating, you're so relaxed, and then all of a sudden somebody punches you in the face. That's exactly what it feels like. The only difference is, unless you're getting sucker punched, the guy's going to throw a fist at you. You can brace your neck a little bit. Take a foul ball with a mask, and you're completely relaxed, not expecting it at all.
And the high fastball is going to retire Kelby Tomlinson. We will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. All Dodgers.
Live Warriors post-game coverage is airing right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider.
So the Giants have a new pitcher here in the 8th inning. It's George Cantos.
Take a look at the numbers for Cantos. Got a little ballooned up in the ERA yesterday, or a couple days ago rather. 6.30 ERA. That's not like George. Give enough time, he'll whittle that thing down. And tonight he'll attempt to do that.
So Cantos to face Tolles. And the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Our grade A stats man, Aaron Charlton, did a little research. So we have a couple of reasons of maybe why that's a 4 o'clock start in Cincinnati on Sunday.
Yeah, what did he come up with?
There's a pop-up down the left field line and out of play. Well, at 6:30 a.m. at Paul Brown Stadium, the football stadium, which is right next to Great American Ballpark, the Cincinnati Flying Pig Marathon is going on.
The what?
The Flying Pig Marathon. Well, if that goes on for a while, you can't start a game at 1 o'clock, a baseball game.
I never thought of that.
That's foul. The Chevrolet Classic Car Show from 9 to 3.
Yeah.
Here's one that a lot of people might be interested in. The Cincinnati Bengals cheerleading tryouts.
Yep.
Maybe there was a day where I might be interested in that. Not now. And that's from 3 to 6. Reds and Giants at 4. So this is flipped on the left field line and it's fouled. So there is a lot going on Sunday.
When pigs fly, what was that one again?
The Cincinnati Flying Pig Marathon.
You know what? That's it. It's a marathon. That's exactly what it is. So Flying Pig is just simply the name.
You do not want to get in the way of a flying pig.
No. But they're having the marathon. Totally makes sense.
Take that, Siri. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, she let you down.
Hello. We were playing in Montreal. At that beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
Olympic Stadium.
Olympic Stadium.
There's a bouncing ball to Panic.
It was kind of cool looking from the outside.
It was. And I don't remember. I want to say it was Frank was the manager. And he looked down around the 6th inning for a pinch hitter, and there was nobody on the bench. The Montreal football team was having their cheerleading tryouts in a room right down from the dugout. And so Knucklehead on the field, and he is about ready to be taken down hard.
Oh. Whoa.
I'm telling you, there are 12 security people that are lying on top of this person.
And that's not an exaggeration. This guy just did an impersonation of a Super Bowl fumble. And he got recovered.
The Dodgers security force are recruits from Southern Cal and UCLA.
That's impressive.
Kind of ruined my story about Montreal, but that's all right.
Oh, I was with you 100%.
You were not one of the ones, by the way. You were still in the dugout. I want you to know.
No, I was on the mound. in the bullpen, getting my work in. Phew, that guy's going to have a rough night. Now we have to wait for the security guys to get out the field.
I'm thinking that at some point around Major League Baseball and maybe all sporting events that there's going to be stiffer penalties for people doing that.
Well, I think they need to publicize what actually happens to somebody that comes onto the field, because they get prosecuted to the max. You're not going to be going home after the game. You're going to be in jail.
Plus, it's I mean, the players on the field could take it as a threat.
Everybody actually knew what happens, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't even think about doing it, because it's going to cost you some money. And it is our policy that we do not put it on TV. And you're right. If you're a player, why wouldn't you think it's a threat?
See how some of those things get started, right? You get a group of people and they have a couple of pops and they start egging a guy on about, wouldn't it be great, I dare you, and all that other stuff. Just don't do it.
Then it's like, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, and all of a sudden the pot gets about, a couple $100. Guys going, okay, I'm in.
Don't do it.
A couple $100 isn't going to come close to paying your legal fees and your fine.
Plus, you might have a knot or two on your forehead. Two balls, two strikes. 3-2. Well, it has not been a strike all night.
Well, not to Chris Taylor. That's the fourth walk that he has had tonight.
Fielder number 66, Yasiel
I don't know if I can remember a rookie coming up getting walked 4 times.
Here's Puig. He's had a good night. He's had 3 hits. Taylor with his lead at first.
Well, you're looking at the new Yasiel Puig with the positioning in the batter's box. He was really way off the plate.
Wondering which way he's looking, in or away.
I think guys that are that far off, I think they look away, middle of the wall. I mean, the guys who I remember being that far off the plate, like Ellis Burks, for example, he got off the plate as far as anybody. Roberto Clemente. Rick Russell said pitching against Roberto Clemente, it was weird because he was so far off the plate.
Yeah, those guys would dive though.
Clemente did. Russell said you could throw the nastiest slider you have in the outside corner. Clemente hit right-handed. Russell's a right-handed pitcher. It's breaking ball working away from Clemente. He said he'd barrel it. Could be 8 inches off the plate away. He'd barrel it. So verdict's still not in with Puig yet, but he's definitely off the plate. And after a 3-hit, 4 RBI night, he may stick around on that side of the box for a while.
Yes, absolutely. So Canto strikes out Puig. I think Puig wants to go home.
Well, his team's up by 8 runs. He's got 4 RBIs and 3 hits. I don't really understand the body language out there.
Here's Barnes. Barnes has walked twice. He's 0 for 2. And he takes a strike. You had 9 walks total.
I quit counting after 5.
Going 2.
Too many. I mean, if you give up 4 free gifts of 90 feet, that's a lot. It's hard to win a ball game when you do that. And if the 9 walks is accurate, you throw in a hit basket, that's 10 free gifts. The score really shouldn't surprise you.
One ball, 2 strikes. Cantos trying to dispose of Austin Barnes. And it's a bit high, 2-2. Check swing foul, so it stays at 2-2. Long night for the defense. 3 long innings.
And really, to answer your question about the walks, it is indeed 9 walks. And that is the most walks that Giants pitching has allowed since 2012. In Colorado. And we're talking about 9 inning game, of course. Well, the point you make about the defense, I mean, that's a big concern. That's something Bruce Bochy talks about all the time. Really hurt your team defensively.
Taylor's going to go. Here's the 3-2. And it's tapped slowly to third. And Arroyo is going to throw him out with a great play. Ninth inning coming up.
Giants on the go this season. You can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or your mobile device. Go to the NBC Sports app and check it out.
(13-5) Dodgers as we head to the ninth inning. It'll be Hernandez and then Belt facing Chris Hatcher. Stubbs will be the hitter behind Belt. So here's Hernandez, who singled in the seventh.
Talk about Chris Hatcher. You look at his numbers, over a strikeout an inning is the ERA in the 3. You're thinking, well, why is he in a slop game? And I told you that he had to kind of work his way back up the ladder. The last 4 outings that he's had, he's given up 6 runs in 6 innings with a couple of home runs, allowed 3 walks. So he needed work. He needed to get in a game like this. No pitcher likes to pitch in a 13-5 game. There's no adrenaline in it. Guys, especially guys that are used to the later innings.
You have to create your own adrenaline.
Javier Lopez, he was a guy that was just a total adrenaline junkie. He had to be in the moment where it was meant everything. If you threw him in a game like this, it was like automatic 4 runs.
And Hernandez with a base hit. And here's Belt.
But some guys who are having some problems down there, they need an outing like this, where it isn't a 1-run ball game, where they can make a few mistakes, figure it out.
If I told you the Giants were out hitting the Dodgers, would that surprise you?
Yeah, it would. Well, it shouldn't, though. I mean, they've had 9 walks and a hit batsman.
Belt takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Belt gets a fastball and he rips it foul. Samardzija tomorrow night. Takes low, 2-1. Day off on Thursday. Giants will travel on Thursday to Cincinnati. The pitch. Belt fouls it back, 2-2. Stubbs on deck. Giants with 12 hits. The Dodgers with 11. Play. It stays at 2-2. Here's Stubbs.
Psyched to get the at bat.
Probably psyched to get to Cincinnati too, where it all started. Takes high, 3-2.
Yeah, I think 2 guys on the Giants plane going into Cincinnati are going to be excited to go back. Johnny Cueto and Drew Stubbs.
Three-two pitch to Belt. Belt will do this all night long.
Yeah, well, you know what? You got to grind, no matter what the score. Make it personal. It is something you think about when you're a player going back to a city you used to play in as to what kind of a response you're going to get. Whether you get cheers or whether you get a few boos. The worst is no reaction at all.
How about
3-2 changeup. If you go back to a city you played in for several years and you don't get any cheers or boos, it's like you never even played there.
That's true. 3-2.
The changeup. One thing about Christian Arroyo this series, he's really played a nice third base. This was not an easy play, a swing and bunt. It goes down to the bare hand. He knew it had to be to the bare hand. No time for an exchange. Shoots him down easily. Here's a guy who's still, young at the position. He signed. He was a shortstop. And if you look at what they did with him in the minor leagues, he played everywhere. Second, short, third, left.
Here's Stubbs, who takes a strike. Connor Gillespie's on deck with one out. And that'll even the count. Stubbs pulls it on the ground foul right towards the end of the dugout. Then he skips into the seats. What a nice one-handed catch.
Another changeup from Hatcher. This is the most changeups we've ever seen him throw, especially the right-handed hitters. Maybe what he's working on.
Yep. The rally hat. Out of play. This pop-up is above us. One and two. And a foul. That Joe West.
Long night for Joe West.
It's called a lot of pitches. Called a lot of pitches out of the strike zone.
And I don't think his strike zone was the reason why we saw so many walks in this game. I think he did a good job. This guy is not giving up hope, gamer. He's got his glove on. He's still waiting.
He is ready to roll. Two and two.
Again, the changeup, the payoff pitch. Same pitch he struck out Belt with.
So here's a young man that's been waiting all night to get an at bat. And that's Connor Gillespie.
Now batting, pitcher number 21, Connor Gillespie.
giving up, nor is she leaving early.
Swing and a miss by Gillespie.
Another changeup. Right now, Hatcher's thinking he's got a magic pitch with the changeup.
On deck is the kid, Christian Arroyo. Don't mind seeing Arroyo get an at bat or get another at bat. He's got 2 hits tonight.
He looks to me like he has hit the comfort zone. And the comfort zone for a big leaguer is when he thinks he belongs here. Every pitch he's throwing is a changeup now. It's become the magic pitch. Another changeup. It's just like, why even put a sign down? I got the magic pitch going. I'm going to throw it.
So Gillespie takes low, 3-2.
They have a bet on this game. And that young lady on the left is not going to give up hope. Bless her heart.
3-2. And that's the ball game. So Hatcher closes it out by striking out the side after Hernandez singled. And this long ball game ends. But at one point, things are looking good for the Giants. They scored 4 runs in the 2nd inning and led 4-0. And then it all started to unfold in favor of the Dodgers.
Well, yeah, and given the way that Matt Moore has thrown the last 2 outings against the Dodgers, I mean, he really owned them. And he just never could find the command of his pitches. And the Giants gave up 9 walks and hit batsmen, and it cost them. They're going to walk out of here thinking they beat themselves.
So there's your final. Giants out hit the Dodgers. That's not what counts. It's the Dodgers 13 and the Giants 5. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live starts right now.